Good morning. So, in one of my former lives, I used to run training sessions with a colleague, and my colleague would often ask the question of people, is your cup half full or half empty? And it was a question that I would sometimes ask myself and sometimes spend time pondering. Is my life one of optimism or pessimism? Is my life half full or half empty? I used to go down that line of thought quite often, until I began to take hold of what Scripture says. And Psalm 23, that most wonderful, famous psalm that is such a comfort to people, there's so much in it. And I really didn't get much beyond the end of the first line. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And if we take hold of that truly, realise that if God is our shepherd, then we have no want. There's nothing more that we can want. And that psalm, then, as one goes through it and unpacks it, there's so many different areas. He restores my soul. Sometimes my life has been torn apart by circumstances, and God has restored in most amazing ways. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you're with me. I've seen that as I faced major heart surgery, that I felt no evil because I knew God's presence with me. Such an amazing comfort. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. I've seen that, the way in which on occasions I've faced enemies and God has blessed me visibly in front of those enemies. But perhaps the verse that is most relevant for us this morning is that my cup overflows. No longer do I wonder whether my cup is half full or half empty. My cup overflows. And that's my prayer for each one of us, that we may realise that God gives all that we need and that our cup overflows.